They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. This short throw caught by Goddard. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and goal from the 1. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Barkley. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead. They get the stop, Charles. They get the pick six.
Another example that light comes slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He's got Smith here.
He's got room at the 30.
And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing is Hurts.
Incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right.
Gets this to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
Elliott good with a PAT. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds passes, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's Jackson to throw. Room to maneuver, and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the...
Walker hit and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Now it's Jackson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. A good gain of 9 on 1st down. Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman on the touchdown throw from Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On the draw, this is Barkley. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. They'll go to Barkley again, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
This is 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Connecting with Andrews. Powering his way forward. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. Mark Andrews.